Good morning, year 3. This is your back to school video, and here I am at school showing you what your return is going to be like and the routines you're going to be following. That way you can hopefully get used to what things are going to be like. So year 3, as you know, we have a busy morning, and on East Lane there's lots of traffic. So what we really need to do is make sure that when you come in the morning, as usual, you are able to come in through the gate as usually happens, and you will have your temperature checked by a grown-up as you come through to the door. Now, I'm sure you'll remember that normally you would come in having got your gel and you would go over there to come into the building. But what we're going to do next week is you are going to line up here, well, more like here really, next to the Foursquare, because as I'm sure you remember, this is where we would line up at the end of the day for your grown-up to come and get you. Now, if we quickly recap over there, that's not a very big space, and so you will come and line up over here to get your hand gel before we go inside. And what that then does is it means it's a lot less busy over there in that small space, so we can make it much more simple by coming over here out of the way. Then you will come this way and you'll come through the door into the building as we normally do. Okay, you can see here nothing has changed in our little corridor, so for hygiene purposes, of course, we will close the door and we will make sure our feet are dry on the mat. And as usual, you will come over here, you'll hang up your coats, and you will put your bags and lunch bags in the boxes, which will be back down there. And next, of course, it's time to come in to the classroom. So year 3, now we're inside the classroom. I'm sure you'd like to know what it's going to look like by the time you get back. And here we are. So you can see I've changed the tables a little bit. We are going to sit in pairs like this. Okay, and as I'm sure you'll agree, that means we have plenty of room that we're going to sit in. We have all of our resources ready for you to use at the back. Don't forget to bring your pencil cases, those of you who didn't leave them in school, because we'll have lots of fun things that we are going to be learning. So, our working wall is ready for lots of big sheets of paper to go on it with all of your lovely ideas. And you can also see we have our KWL grids ready to collect ideas as well. We've even got topic cards with vocabulary for those topics that we are now learning. Okay, and if we turn around this way, you can see the displays that I've been talking about. Ms Stanton has, of course, tidied her desk, very important. So, first of all, look at our fabulous homework. Just to remind you what beautiful things you can do when you try really hard. So there's some examples of different artwork there. And that pin right there, I'm going to hang a book of your stories on them. So as we finish the stories, we're going to put them in a book and people will be able to collect them from there to read them. If we go back this way, this display though is blank, and that's with good reason. Because during the first week back, we are going to think of all the different people that we would need to thank for supporting us while we've been learning at home. And we're going to do different things to do with that. We're going to think of writing cards, letters, poems, and doing lovely artwork to think about the time that we've had away from school. We have our photo wall, of course, and you know I am definitely going to be taking a lovely photo which shows all of your excitement, how excited we are at being back. Okay. Our notice board is still there, ready, of course, for lots of lovely house points that I know you're all going to be very keen to learn. And last but not least, welcome back, Year 3. And that's it. I'm really excited for you all to be back on Monday, where we are going to start our first week back in school with some really interesting things that we're going to learn. We're going to get some of our school technology out. We're going to work with the green screen, which I've already told you about the geography and the weather reporting we're going to do. And we're also going to do a few things that we would have done for World Book Day that we didn't do because we weren't in school for that. But it's going to look really fun, and I think you're going to really enjoy it, okay? And that's going to be the start of our amazing first week back at school.